Hi, welcome to the class. If you're first time practicing with me, make sure you have two blocks or something similar. You can use some big books or water bottles nearby so you can get some support when you need to. And today is a really hot day. I don't know where you are, but in Boston it's super hot. So make sure you have enough water nearby you so you don't get dehydrated. And to start today's class, come lie down on your back with your knees knocking against each other and feet as wide as a mat. Bring a block nearby, maybe two, depends on how much height you need later. But just leave it by the side for now. Keep a soft gaze, or slowly let the eyes close. And with your focus on one point or gaze closed, start letting the breathing settle in. Relax the shoulders toward the ground. Relax the face. Relax the jaw. And because it's a relevantly hotter day today, you might feel that your heart rate is a little bit faster at the moment, especially when you're lying on the ground. You can feel the bouncing against the ground. See if you can lengthen your exhales a little bit more to quiet it down a little bit. And start incorporating Ujjayi breath qualities into your breathing. Take a deep inhale through the mouth, acting like you're surprised. And exhale, let everything out. Take a deep inhale. Let the air coming in, brushing against the back of your throat. And exhale, slowly, steadily let everything out. And close the lips. Take a deep inhale in, keep the same quality, but through the nose this time. And exhale through the nose. Option to stay in Ujjayi breath if you like to. Option to fist your right hand, release your right big thumb and your right pinky and your right ring finger. Create a Vishnu Mudra. And bring the right thumb to the right nostril. Gently close the right nostril. Take a deep breath, big breath into the left nostril. And close the left nostril with your pinky finger. And let out through the right, release the right big thumb. Inhale through the right nostril. Close the right nostril with your right thumb. And release everything out through the left. And it's one round. Take a deep inhale to the left.
Close the left with your pinky finger and release the right thumb and let everything out to the right. Deep inhale. Close the right. Let everything out to the left. Let's breathe one more time together. Inhale through the left. Close the left with your pinky. Release everything out to the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right. And release through the left nostril. Continue on your own. If alternate nostril breathing does not make sense to you, you can always go back to Ujjayi breath. If you like to stick to an alternate nostril breathing, but you don't like your nostrils being closed for whatever reason, you can release your right hand down and just imagine that there's a hand with Vishnu Mudra that closing one nostril and another is just as powerful. In which we added a little bit more complexity to this breathing practice. Notice that if you're rushing to get out of it, if you do, see if you can bring same kind of quality of Ujjayi breath into this alternate nostril breathing. You can certainly add a little bit pause in between the sighs if that brings you space for reflection. Whenever you finish breathing out through the left nostril, 2 more rounds. And we'll all meet in Ujjayi breath. Next time when you're back to Ujjayi breath, take a deep inhale all the way to the skull. And exhale, head it out. Release both knees to the left side. Keep your gaze soft or eyes closed, but you turn your head to the right side. So you can give your neck a light stretch. Bring the knees back to center. Gaze all the way to the ceiling again. Release the knees to the right side. Gaze all the way to the left side. Inhale, come back to center. Next, release knees to the left side. Gaze to the right shoulder and all the way to the right side. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release the knees to the right side. Flow in between with your own pace of breathing. And if your eyes are still closed, see if the flow that took away the space of reflection from away from you. If it did, what you can do to bring it back, you can bring your eyes closed, you can move slower, you can pause. And next time when you're done with your knees to the right side, bring your knees back to center. And bring the heels close to your sit bones. Knees right above your heels. And lift your hips up and slide the block, second height or lowest height underneath your sacrum into a supported bridge. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, extend your left leg long. Lower your left leg towards the ground. Inhale, lift your left leg all the way up to by the side with your right thigh. And release it down. And just for fun, pause in between. Make some space, make some mobility in the left hip socket. Gently, especially if you have a low back issue. If you have low back issues, you can flex your left foot. Option to stay here, option to bend your left knee and just draw some big circles with your left knee. Reverse direction. You can choose to stay with circling or pulsing up and down. You can also combine them together. Every time when you're going up, bend your left knee in, clasp your hands behind your left knee, then straighten your left leg and release it down, bend it in, clasp your hands behind the left knee. Down. You choose what suits you the best at the moment. And when you're ready, bend your left leg knee in again and release your left foot down. I'm going to switch sides. Extend your right leg long. Let your right heel sink into the ground for a moment first. Different side is different. If it's causing too much pressure on your low back, you can lower your block to the lowest height. You can also remove the block. Inhale, lift your right leg up to be the height of your left thigh. Next, release your right leg down. Inhale, lift it back up. Next, release it down. Engage the front of the right leg. Pull the right toes towards you. Option to stay here, keep floating up and down. Option to bend your right leg in and draw some big circles with the right knee. Switch directions if you're circling your knee. And you choose if you want to stick with the circling or the pulsing up or down. On pulsing up and down, and bend your right knee into the chest, clasp the hands, maybe switch the clasp this time. Bring the hands behind the right knee. Exhale, release your right leg down. Inhale, draw your right knee in. Exhale, release your right leg down. One more time. And bend your right knee in, bring your right heel close to right sit bone, lift your hips up. And slide the block away to the side and we'll slowly release your upper back, your mid back, your low back, and your tailbone down. Pull your navel toward the spine and towards the ground for a moment. And take a deep inhale. And exhale, lift your hips back up. You can slide the block in if you know that you're gonna need a support. Otherwise, extend the left leg long. And inhale, lift it up to the height of the right thigh. And exhale, release the left knee down. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, release the left leg down. One more time. And we've been here just with the block before. So draw your left knee in this time and draw some big circles with the left knee. Keep hugging your right outer hip in to keep your foundation stable. And same thing as when we were on the block, you can choose to one of them. You can also release your left leg down, then bend your left knee in. Hugging your right outer hip strongly into the right foot. The next time with your left leg straight, bend your left knee in, step your left foot down. Pulse your guy if you lower it a little bit. Next, release your upper back, your mid back, and your lower back, your tailbone down. And straighten both legs for brief relaxation before we move to the next side. Whenever you're ready, come back to bridge pose. Option to slide the block back underneath your sacrum. Extend your right leg long. Sink your right heel toward the ground. Inhale, lift all the way up to by the side with your left thigh. Next, release it down. Inhale, flow the right leg up. Exhale, release it down. Load it back up. And release it down. And this time, draw your right knee into the chest. And draw some big circles with the right knee. Continue hugging the left outer hip in, with or without the support of a block. If you notice you're like clenching your jaws, that means you need a block underneath your sacrum. And same as the other side, option to float in between, pulsing your leg up and down, bend your knees in. Next time when your right leg straight, bend your right leg in, step your right foot down and press your pelvis back up toward the sky. Imagine there's a block in between your knees and you're clenching your thigh bones towards the block. Exhale, start slowly release your upper back, your mid back, and your low back, your tailbone down. We extend your arms, your legs. Walk your hands away from you, walk your heels away from you. And hugging your knees into the chest. Rock back and forth.
And whatever way that you like to come into table pose. Move to some cow and cat. And as usual, add any movement or variation that you like to include in your cow and cat. Once you're back to neutral, walk your hands forward, melt your chest down toward the ground, happy puppy pose. Which reminds me, today I think is National Dogs Day, so I think this pose is great for it, especially if you have a furry friend that doing yoga right by your side. Press into the palms and lift your tailbones up. And melt your chest down. Next, start slowly walk your hands back. Tuck your toes and push yourself into a downward facing dog. Use a press into the palms to help you to send the energy all the way up to the tailbones. Send it toward the sky. Keep your legs bent first. You can bend into one leg another, especially if you have tight hamstrings. You can rock forward into a high plank and come back. And only when you feel like you've generated enough flexibility behind the knees, then you start slowly release your heels toward the ground. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bend your left knee, stack your left hip over the right. Press firmly into the left hand. So press your left shoulder down. Draw some big circles with the left knee here. Next, so draw your left knee into the chest and step your left knee in between the hands, lower down your right knee. So we're gonna be here for a while. So make sure that you spread a blanket underneath your right knee, especially if you have a thin mat. If you don't have something like that nearby, you can fold your mat slightly in so you can double the tap underneath your right knee. And climb your hands on top of your left thigh, hugging both thigh bones toward the center. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, cactus the arms, draw your shoulder blades together. And inhale, round your upper back, press your palms forward. And exhale, draw your elbows towards each other, shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale, round your upper back. Imagine your body is like a balloon. Exhale, draw your elbows towards each other. Inhale. Exhale, shoulder blades together. One more time. And find the blocks if you have them. When we'll flow through some familiar flows. Inhale, pull the chest forward. And exhale, straighten your left leg, pin your left hip back, half split. Inhale, chest forward. And exhale, pin your left hip back. One more time like this. The next time when you bend into your left leg, I want you to reflect and evaluate that if it's possible for you to combine the two shapes that we just did together. So if you know you're not gonna need the support of the block. So inhale, arms up, draw the shoulder blades together, and exhale, straighten your left leg, Round your upper back and press your palms together in front of you. Inhale, draw the arms down, draw the shoulder blades together. And exhale, press the palms together. If this does not work for you, stick any one of them, or you can do half time the shoulder work first, then do the half split for the second half. If you're flowing without blocks, make sure that you keep hugging your thigh bones, your outer hips toward the center. And press into the left heel when you're in a half split. Next time when you bend into your left leg, place your right hand down. See, I told you we'll be here for a while. Shimmy your left foot to the left side and turn onto the left, the pinky of the left foot. And use your left hand, gently press your left knee open. Option to float up your left arm. Option to turn your left palm and snake your left hand into your right hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine toward the front. And exhale, rotate your rib toward the sky. Two more deep inhale. Next, release everything down and step your right foot lightly outside of your right hand. Keep your hips high, you're kind of in a high squat. Release your right hand down, straighten your left leg, float up your left hand. Twisting to the left side. Keep bend into your right leg. Stretch the left outer hip. And actually release your left hand down. Straighten your right, bend into your left leg, and float up your right hand. Deep inhale, reach into the right fingertips. Next, so release your right hand down, rise all the way up. And hand to your heart center. Find a spot to focus on, or close your eyes for this Tadasana. You can shift the weight around the four corners of your feet. You can practice that intentional Tadasana again, crossing lines from the shoulder to the opposite heels. Most importantly, see if they seek for the space for your reflection. And slowly blink open your eyes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Now exhale, fold over the legs. Step left and right into a high plank. Knees up or down. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, bend through the elbows. Release all the way down to the ground. Cactus the arms. And bring the hands to where the elbows were. Point the elbows toward the sky. Inhale, reach the chest up. And exhale, tap your right shoulder toward the left side. Gaze through the left elbow all the way to the sky. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, tap the left shoulder down. Gaze through the right elbow to the sky. Inhale, tap the right down. And tap the left shoulder down. 3 more times on each side with your own pace. And next time when you're down, extend both arms long into a T.
And roll onto your right side body. Point your left elbow towards the sky. Your left leg stacking over the right now. Your right hand still reaching far away to your right side. Option to step your left foot behind you for more support. Option to bring your left hand behind you to join with your right hand. Squeeze your shoulder blades together if your hands are together. And release back to center. We'll do the other side. Extend your left arm long. Point your right elbow toward the sky. Roll up onto your left side. Option to step your right foot behind you. Option to stay here. Keep it stable. Option to bring the right hand behind you. Let the collarbones being spreaded. And exhale, come back to center. Hands by the chest, move to the table or high plank, and press your tailbones up into downward facing dog. Arriving at downward facing dog again, see if you gained more space for your reflection. So last week we practiced isolation, repetition, and integration, but it's still constant reflection that teach us how to integrate better. And when you're ready, lift up your right leg. Bend your right knee, stack your right hip over the left, and draw some big circles with the right knee. Take a deep inhale, kick the right knee up toward the sky, press firmly into the right palm, and exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Step your right foot in between the hands. As the other side, spread a blanket underneath your left knee, or you can fold your mat slightly in. Climb your hands on top of the right thigh. Take a deep inhale, raise the arms up. Next, so draw your elbows down, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, round your upper back, press your palms together in front of you. And exhale, draw your elbows down toward the ground. Inhale, round your upper back. Exhale, find your back bend. One more time. Release your hands on the blocks or on the ground. Take a deep inhale, spread the collarbones. Exhale, draw your right hip toward the back, straighten the right leg, pull the right toes towards you. Inhale, bend into the right leg, pull the chest forward. Exhale, pin your right hip back. One more time. And next time when you bend into your right leg, so different side is different. You might be able to do the integration on the other side, but do try to give it just one try first. Just re-evaluate on this side. Inhale, draw the elbows together. Exhale, pin your right heel down, round your upper back, press your palms in front of you. Inhale, bend into low lunge with your arms cactus. And exhale, half split with your round upper back and press the palms together. And flow in between based on your own needs. You can always readjust along the way based on your own reflection.
Keep hugging both thigh bones toward the center. Next time when you bend into your right leg, release your left hand down and shimmy your right foot to the right side. Use the right hand to push your right knee gently open. Come up onto the pinky edge of the right foot. Option to float up your right hand. Option to flip your right palm and snake the right hand into your left hip for a half bind. How do you find the balancing point here with your chest open, your right knee open, and there's a connection between your right hand, right arm with the left side. Release your right hand down. Tuck your back toes, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Come back into the high squatting again. So here you can do right hand down, left hand up. You can also snake your left arm underneath your left knee and bring that left hand behind you. An option to float up your right hand. Option to bring the right hand to your back, maybe join your hands for a full bind and twisting to the right side. Straighten the right leg, bend into the left leg as much as you need. And release from the bind. We'll do the other side. Snake your right arm underneath your right knee. Bring the right hand behind you. Option to float up your left hand. Option to bring the left hand to the right hip and join the right hand perhaps. And straighten the left leg. Bend as much as you need to into the right leg. Don't let the bind restrict your breathing. If it does, release from the bind. You can go back to half bind or no bind at all. Binding is not the purpose of today's class. And release from the bind if you have it. And fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Rise all the way up. And exhale, hand to heart center. Either side, Tadasana. We'll flow through some moon salute, especially because we just passed the full moon. But if you like to stick to sun salute today, please go for it. Otherwise, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, step your left foot back. Release your left knee down. Hugging your thigh bones toward the midline. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. And exhale, hands down. Step your right foot to the back into a high plank. Knees up or down. You can move through your vinyasa. You can also release your knees down. Hands behind you and puff your chest up for camel or half camel. Depends on what you need. Especially if you have wrist issue, camel or cow and cat might be serving your purpose better today. Either way, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Pause here for one round of breath. And step your left foot forward. Release your right knee down. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, hands down. Step your right foot forward. Rise all the way up. And exhale, hand to heart center. We'll do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Next, step your right foot back. Release your right knee down. Both arms up into low lunge. Hands down, step your left foot to meet with the right, high plank. You choose Chaturanga Dandasana or camel pose, with your hands on the ground. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. One round of long, slow speed breath here in downward facing dog or other shape of you choosing. Step your right foot in between the hands, release your left knee down, both arms up. And hands down, step your left foot toward the front, rise all the way up. And the hand to heart center. We flow one more time on each side together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step your left foot back. Release your left knee down. Hugging the thigh bones towards each other, arms up. And exhale, hands down, step your right foot back. Move to vinyasa of your choosing. And take one round of long deep breath in downward facing dog or other shape. Step your left foot forward. Release your right knee down, both arms up. And hands down, step your right foot forward. Rise all the way up. Next, your hand to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Next, fold over the legs. Step your right foot back. Rise up into a low lunge. And hands down, step your left foot back. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, vinyasa of your choosing. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Release your left knee down. Rise up into a low lunge. Step your left foot to meet with your right. And rise all the way up. And hand to heart center. Flow one more time on each side on your own. So you make this flow more personal and give yourself a little bit more space for reflection. So you can adjust your own practice according to your own needs. So far we've done isolation and repetition of this a little bit flow. Make sure that you have space for the reflections so you know how to integrate. If you're still flowing, take your time. We'll all meet at the front of the mat in Tadasana. If you arrived in Tadasana already, before I cue next to flow, you can close eyes. And come back to the intentional Tadasana again. And if you all arrived to the front of the mat, you can bring yourself close to a wall if you know you're going to need support in standing postures. And when you're ready, start shifting weight onto your right foot and draw the left knee into the chest. Use your left hand, gently guide your left knee to open to the left side. Keep hugging your right outer hip in. And bring the left knee back to front. And just like a door hinge it open and close, stepping strongly into the right foot. So your right leg stay the same and not moving. It's just the left leg. It's like the door on the hinge, to open and close. And next time with your left leg in, step your left foot down. Draw your right knee into the chest and pass through a warrior 3 and step your right foot back. Spin down your right heel, bend into the left leg, open the arms into warrior 2. So our left leg is still the same action, open to the left side. Reaching towards both directions to the fingertips. And press the left knee toward the left side. And press firmly into the pinky edge of the right foot as well. Rest your right hand on the right thigh, left arm by the left ear, reverse your warrior 2. And come back to warrior 2. Left arm on the left thigh, and right arm by the right ear, side angle. And now come up into warrior 2. Now exhale, reverse warrior 2. And flow in between. So if you practiced with me last week, you'll find a lot of similarity in this little bit flow. So see, visiting the same shapes, does it give you more space to reflect that combining your last week's practice in the present moment? And next time when you're in side angle, come all the way up into warrior 2 and reverse your warrior, and this time straighten your left leg. Let the left side body grow. And exhale, inhale, reach into the left fingertips. Exhale, carve your both hands down on the ground. Bring the left hand inside of the left leg and raise up your right arm into a side angle with the left hand on the ground. Option to flip your right palm and bring the right hand naked into your left hip. And even grab the top of the left thigh. Take a deep inhale, reaching through the front, to the crown of the head. Next, exhale, roll your ribs toward the sky. Step strongly into the pinky of the right foot. Release the bind if you have it. And find the block if you have it, and bring the blocks about 6 inches away from the left pinky. And draw your right foot along the mat until you lift up your right leg, right arm up into a half moon. Flex the right foot, standing strong on the left leg, and press the right foot right heel into the wall behind you. Find the spot on the floor that you can focus on. Release your right foot down. Bring the block inside of the left leg. And straighten the left leg. Trikonasana triangle pose. Hugging the left outer hip in. You can adjust the height of the block based on how much compression you're getting on your left side waist. Next, bend in the left leg. Walk yourself to the right side, and bend into the right leg, and shift in between Skandasana. And next time, parallel your feet and fold over the legs. Option to stay here, option to walk both hands to the left side. Grab the left ankle with your hands. An option to walk your hands to the right side as well. Raise the bind to have it. Heels in, toes out. And rise yourself up into a goddess stance. Bend into the knees. And turn your left knee toward the front. Straighten the right leg. Arms up. Next, draw your right knee into the chest. And step your right foot down. Hand to your heart center, Tadasana. We'll do the other side. Start shifting weight onto the left foot. Draw your right knee up. You hugging the left outer hip in first. You can bring yourself close to the wall if you need to. And once you get a steady foundation to the left side, use the right hand, gently open the right knee. And bring the right knee back. So nothing changed about the left leg. It's like the hinge. Open the right knee and close it in. Next time when your right knee close in, step your right foot down, draw your left knee in, and kick the left foot toward the back, passing through a warrior three, and step your left foot down. Spin your left heel down, adjust your legs, bend into your right knee, and open the arms into warrior two. So just as where we're standing, your right knee continue to open. And now flip your right palm. Exhale, reverse warrior, right hand by the right ear, left hand on top of the left leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, rest your right elbow on top of the right thigh, left arm by the left ear. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, reverse warrior. And flow in between as you like. And next time when you're inside the angle again, come all the way up into warrior two, and straighten your right leg this time, and reverse warrior. Into cartwheel both arms inside of your right leg. Right hand inside right leg. Hugging your right knee into the right arm. Raise up your left hand into a side angle with the right hand on the ground. Option to stay here. Option to snake your left hand into your right hip and grabbing the top of the right thigh with a half bind. Inhale, press into the left foot, reaching forward to the crown of the head. Exhale, revolve through the spine, turn the chest, the rib cage toward the sky. One more deep inhale. Next, exhale, release your left hand down. Find the block if you have one. Bring the block at your right or your right hand about 6 inches away from your right pinky at the front. And drag your left leg on the mat and lift the left leg up. Flex your left foot. Press the left heel into the wall behind you. Hugging your right outer hip in. Continue, open the right leg. Find a steady spot on the floor that you can focus on. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Option 2, come back into side angle. Keep the block if you have it. You can draw your left foot slightly in and straighten your right leg. Keep your left arm floated. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hugging the right outer hip in. And pull your right outer hip back toward the left. Bend into the right leg. Walk yourself to the left side. Parallel your feet. And fold over the legs. Option to stay here, option to walk yourself to the right heel and grab the right ankle with both hands. Walk yourself to the left side. And raise the palms down, heels in, toes out, and come into a goddess stance. You can add the cactus arms. And turn your chest forward, both arms up into a high lunge. Use your right leg as a spring. And draw your left knee into the chest and step your left foot down. We'll quickly flow each side one more time with a little bit add on this time. Shift the weight onto the right foot. Draw your left knee into the chest and open the left knee to the left side with the right leg hugging in. With or without the help of the hand, bring the left sole into the right inner thigh, or can be the right calf, or you can leave it on the floor if you prefer that way, into a tree pose, Vrikshasana. Continue, press the left knee open, regardless where your left foot landed at the end, as long as it's not on the right knee. Draw your hands in front of the heart as prayer, and raise your prayer all the way up toward the sky. And exhale, start slowly lower your prayer. Release the left foot down. Keep your left knee open to the left side. Draw your right knee into the chest and step your right foot back into a high lunge. Spin down your right heel, open the arms into warrior two. Reverse warrior. And this time, perhaps try not supporting your, leaving your right hand with support of your right leg. See if you can imagine your side body as a new moon, that the energy shooting out to both hands, your right hand toward the ground and left hand toward the sky, but with a curve. Inhale, come back all the way up. Next, both hands inside of the left foot. Right arm up. You can create a half bind, Option 2, snake your left arm underneath your left heel, left knee. Maybe join your hands behind you into a full bind. Inhale, push into the right heel. Revolve your chest toward the front. Option to stay here. Option to slightly step in your right foot and straighten your left leg into a bounded triangle pose. Keep hugging both hips in. Release from the bind if you have it. Walk yourself to the side, bending the right leg and left, Skandasana. Then fold over the legs, parallel the feet. Option to stay here, option to walk your left hand to the right heel and float up your right hand, twisting to the right side. Draw your left elbow towards being parallel to the ground. So it's towards, not to. Some of us can achieve it, some of us will never be able to achieve it because of anatomical reasons. Release your right hand down. Heels in, toes out, and come into a goddess stance. Draw your elbows together, cactus your arms, and turn your chest forward, bend into left knee. And bring your right heel, your right knee into the chest. Option to kick straight the right leg and step your right foot down or switch sides. Shift weight onto your left heel. And draw your right knee into the chest. Open the right knee to the right side, hugging the left outer hip in, standing strong on the left leg. And press your right foot into the left inner thigh. Breathe always out with the help of the right hand. The right foot can land on the left inner thigh, can be your left shin, or can be left ankle. If you think it's steady on the one left leg, option to join the hands in front of the heart and raise up the prayer toward the sky into a traditional tree pose. Can you continue pressing the right knee open? And start slowly release your hands down. Step down your right foot. Draw your left knee into the chest. And step your left foot back. Spin down your left heel. Open the arms into Warrior Two. Right arm by the right ear. Left arm, perhaps left hand not resting on the left leg this time. And shooting the energy out from both hands. Imagine your body is like a new moon. And carry your both hands inside of your right foot. Left hand up. Perhaps create a half bind with the left hand, grabbing the right top thigh. Option 2, create a full bind, snaking the right hand underneath your right knee. Inhale, reaching to the crown of the head to the front. Exhale, stepping strongly into the left foot. Option To stay here, option to start slowly, straighten the right leg. Bounded Trikonasana. Pull the right hip toward the back. Wherever you are, release the bind if you have it. Bend into the left leg, straighten the right. And switch side in between Skandasana. Reparallel your feet and fold over the legs. Option to stay in this wide leg folding. You can also start walk your right hand to the left ankle and left hand up, twisting to the left side. And draw your right elbow toward the ground so your right arm bone kind of parallel to the mat. Drag your shoulder blades away from each other. And release from it, heels in, toes out, goddess stance. Right all the way up. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, draw the elbows toward each other. Turn your chest forward. And step your left knee into the chest and kick the left leg straight. Release your left foot down. So from here, step your left foot back. We'll come back into a wide leg facing toward the left side or whatever side that you're seeing me. First, turn your right knee toward the front and bend your right leg. Open the arms into warrior two. You can stay here. You can also release your right hand down and left hand up into side angle. You can stay here. Option to create a half bind or full bind. And my final offer is step your left foot in and float up your left leg into a bounded half moon. There's no hierarchy of the pose, so choose whatever that suits you at the moment. Then we'll switch in between the sides. Bend into left leg, warrior two. Side angle with the left leg bend. Half bind. A full bind. You can even go back to bounded triangle pose. But if you like to go to bounded half moon, step your right foot back in, standing strongly on the left foot, and lift your right leg up. I'll give you a moment to explore. Once you finish the exploration, come down onto your back. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Use the right hand, gently press the right knee open. You can stay here. You can also draw the left knee into the chest Feed your right arm to the window. Interlace your hand in front of your left shin and use the clasped hands to draw your legs closer to your chest and use your right elbow to open the right knee. Flex the right foot and press your tailbones toward the ground. Feel the stretch of the right outer hip.
Okay.
And start release slowly. We'll switch sides, left ankle over the right knee. Use the left hand to gently press the left knee open. Option to stay here, option to feed the left hand through the window. Clasp the hands with the right pinky outside in front of the right shin. Take a deep inhale, flex both feet. And exhale, use the clasped hands, draw the knees toward the chest, use the elbow to open the left side to help the left knee maintain it open. Press the tailbones toward the ground. Start slowly release from it. If you have any other shapes that you'd like to include in your practice today, please go for it. Ideally, is some restive symmetric posture so you don't disturb yourself too much from Shavasana. If you're ready for Shavasana, spread out your legs, your arms. You slide some blocks underneath your, kind of above your knees. So your legs to take more support. You can also bring a blanket underneath your head or over your pelvis to make it more grounded. And slowly close your eyes. Shavasana. If you're not rushing to anywhere after this, please feel free to stay where you are. If you're ready to come out, wiggling your toes, your fingertips, and gently sway your head side to side. Take your time to bend one leg another in. And roll onto one side. Use this transition as one last bit of space for reflection of your practice today. And once you're ready to come out of the space, slowly use your hands to pull yourself to a comfortable seat. And if it resonates with you, gather your hands in front of your heart as prayer. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let everything out. And bow your head slightly towards the heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight.